Do it's Chemdork.
Hello everyone, this is Chemdork, and welcome to episode number 64 of season number 2 of my Buildcraft, where we play Minecraft with the mods Buildcraft, Thermal Expansion, and Forestry. And yes, of course, if you paid attention, that was an explosion. And yes, it's been a while since we've been back here, and it's an explosion, of course, because the night robots are fighting mobs downstairs. We are sitting looking at our robot mob farm now, which is where we were kind of leaving off last episode. Last episode, we messed around with the robot mob farm, tried to fix some things, and put in, I believe, this. Yeah, we did some bot stuff. Some robot stuff. Picker's taking some items back. That's good. We also put in this. This is the robot tree farm. Real small, real humble, real basic at this point, and not working any longer because we don't have any axes. So let's actually rectify that situation right away. So straight away, let's fix this. Let's give our little wood cutter an axe and manually say, guess what, dude? Come on, lumberjack, pick up your axe. He will. It'll just, it takes a little time for the robots to realize that there's, there he goes. There he goes. He's going to pick up his axe. Come on, get it, get it, get it. Yeah, now cut down that tree. Do it. Okay, so he's going to do it. No problem. Anyway, so great. The tree farm's working just fine. The lumberjack, what happens is when he uses his axe, it loses durability, and as it loses durability, he will drop it off here. All the robots are dropping things off here. We're filtering the saplings off to go into here so that they can be recycled back into the farm. And, of course, the axes you see that are spent are dropped off here. And just in case you're wondering, the reason why they don't just break, this is actually intended that the robots use it to its lowest durability and then not break it. The reason is that if you have an enchantment, you can actually get it back and repair it. So pretty cool. So perfectly, this is working great. It seems to be working just as intended. Now, before we mess around with this, which is what we are going to be doing this episode, I'm going to go back and look back into our robot mob farm. This thing seems to be working fine, as you guys can hear the robots fighting off creepers down below. But if we look into here, we see kind of a problem. We see a night robot 9% charged as an item, and this was obtained from the robot farm via the picker robots. And as you see, there's a place missing here, so I'm going to add him back so that he can get charged up. Now, he has 9%, which means he didn't have a 0%. He wasn't completely out of power. But it still hints to the fact that we did not solve our problem of the night robots kind of just getting lost within the mob farm. Built the tunnel all around the mob farm to stop them from being pushed into the walls. That I haven't seen so far. But I still am seeing occasionally a robot knight dropped as an item, and I don't know why. I believe it is related to a bug in these night robots, which is really kind of a debilitating bug, and that is they pick up swords just fine, but I have yet to see one of them drop off a sword. So just like the lumberjack drops off his sword when he's got 0 durability left, and he did, the night robots are supposed to do the same thing with swords, but it looks like they are not. So that's a little bit of an issue, but, well, hopefully it will be fixed, but in the meantime, this robot farm is kind of, this robot mob farm, I should say, is kind of, is sort of working. So it is working as intended, but just occasionally we're losing robots, which is not really a good thing. But let's gather some things together and see what we can do to improve the farm here in the tree farm here in this episode. So I'll be right back and we'll get to work in the main point of today's episode. And it is off to adventure! Well, okay, so first, before we upgrade our tree farm, we're going to be looking for some more saplings, because I only have the basic saplings. You can't use the forestry saplings because the planter robots don't work with forestry saplings, but I want all the saplings available. And I haven't really gone exploring for a while, so I wanted to stop by here by the nether base, build a nether portal from our nether base into the overworld, and that should be far enough away from our spawn so that there's some new land generated. But before we do, let's go on an adventure and try to get this guy, this wither skeleton. Maybe we'll get lucky and get a skull. You never do know. Initially, I was having a horrible time trying to get skulls, and I think it was because there was some, there was actually in the thermal expansion, Settings, there was something I had wrong. Here he is. Aha! Waha! Hello! Hello. Oh, nope, nope. Nope, just your normal colon, stuff like that. Okay, so let's go ahead into this portal and try... Get out of here, stupid pigman. I wish there was a way I can keep him out of this base. And see where we go. So where is this going to take us? I have no idea. In theory, it should be new terrain, but we'll see. And in possibility, it's going to be underground. Nope, it is by a beach. Hooray! And maybe it's new? Okay, so we have some new flowers. They're not that new. These these flowers are super not new. But guess what? I don't really have many of these plant life that were introduced in this version, so let's go on a nighttime exploration. Yeah, this seems okay. I don't have these flowers either. These little tulips. This is cool. They look like tulips, right? Pink tulips and ox-eye daisies. All right, yeah, exciting stuff right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and search for all the flowers that I don't have. Ooh, like these. These guys I don't have either. See, I don't have any of these things. These are crazy. I don't have nice things. I'm also gonna look for the dark oak saplings, and I think there's a few other ones. But anyway, looks like we have a big desert over here. If there's anything interesting, I'll let you guys know, but otherwise I'm going to be grabbing some things and fighting off some mobs, just like kind of old time's sake. This is old school Minecraft for me here, guys. I haven't really gone mobbing and adventuring in Minecraft in quite a while. Alright, I'll see ya when I get back. I'll show you the spoils after I finish. Okay? The jackpot. Found a flower forest, and now I have all the flowers that I could possibly want. Did end up getting dark oak wood saplings and dark oak wood, but these have to be planted in a 2x2 pattern. I'm going to see if they're going to work with our tree farm, but I have a feeling that the planter robots won't handle these properly. But we will see. We will see. I have a feeling that we're not going to have dark oak in our tree farm, so I'm going to look for acacia. That's the last one. I technically have it from the forestry mod, but that's a different sapling, just like forestry oak saplings are different than vanilla Minecraft oak saplings. So let me go ahead and try to find a savanna biome, and then, well, see you guys in a bit. Ooh, there's a lot of, oh my goodness, a lot of flowers. Well, I'm back here at the nether portal. I went quite a far distance to search for the dark oak saplings, which I found, and then I found some flowers, and then I was like, where are the acacia saplings? I cannot find savanna anywhere. And it's about that time when I watched the video of me exiting this nether portal, and I just didn't notice that there's this thing over here that looks like a biome that I hadn't seen before, which just happened to be savanna. And here are acacia trees. So there you go. Alright, I'm going to cut these guys down, grab their saplings, and then we shall have some more trees to plant in our tree farm. Well, now that we have our saplings, it's time to science, of course! So we have the acacia saplings and the dark oak saplings. I cannot wait to try these guys out. This is not our farm. This is, of course, in a creative world where we're just going to mess around. 63 acacia saplings are in this chest. This robot is being told to go to that chest, get a sapling, and place it into there. With the load, unload, and area command, which is saps, including this chest, and the work in area command, which is set to plant, and the area of plant is within this kind of fenced-in area, or at least it's pretty close to that. So let's go ahead and see what this robot does. It does indeed go to the chest, picks up a sapling. Is it a single sapling? Yes, it was 63, now it is 62 saplings. Picks up a single sapling and is going to try to plant it, and it does. And there you go. And it'll go back and pick up another one, and that'll be that. So let me just stop him from doing his thing. Let's get rid of that, and let's try this again, this time with the dark oak saplings. So dark oak saplings, just really quick, in order to grow a dark oak tree, you can't just plant one of these guys and have... Oh, you know what? I could use forestry stuff. And have... Where's the thingies? Aha! I think I have infinite supply of fertilizer if I do this. Yeah, and just you can't fertilize it forever. It will never grow. Ever, ever, ever. See how it's not growing? Because it needs a 2x2 grid. There we go. In order to grow. At least a 2x2 grid, it seems. So it means that the robot, I would like it to be smart enough to know to pick up a few of these and place them next to each other, but I kind of doubt it's going to happen. And let's see what happens here. So, just like before, picks up a sapling, goes to plant it. Go ahead and plant. Okay, you just want to plant right by the entrance. That's no big deal. Okay, now there is plenty of room to plant it next to the sapling. Let's see what the robot actually does. And I drew my areas wrong. So yeah, obviously the robot is just planting it as a normal sapling because these guys will never ever grow. So basically what that means is dark oak doesn't break our system. It just doesn't allow it to work as intended. And now, I don't know if I actually ended up showing you guys what happens with forestry stuff. And I think we did actually do some science last episode. But basically, what happens with forestry saplings is this. So if we actually go to... Oh, there they go. We can even pick up an apple oak sapling, just like this. Yeah, sure. A whole stack, doesn't matter. These are apple oak saplings that are forestry saplings. I see how it says this unknown genome, and it gets a number 4332/0 instead of this. Dark oak saplings are 0006/5, and acacias are 006/4. I believe the normal Minecraft oak is 0006/0 or 1. I'm not sure which. But let's see what happens when I do this. So the robot does pick up a sapling, but it has no idea what to do with it. Just no clue. And it'll sit there until it just can't decide what to do, and it'll eventually go back home. So, yeah, that's what happens. That's what happens. We'll be able to add our acacia saplings to the tree farm, but the dark oak is not going to be added because we cannot grow it with the planter robots. Okay, let's go back and add the acacias and see what else we can do. Well, the acacia saplings are added to the farm, and as you see, we have them growing, and in fact, we have some acacia wood, and our saplings count are growing as well. The tree farm is working just splendidly, exactly as intended. Sort of. I'll mention to you before, we do have some issues to address. One is supplying, of course, the lumberjack with some more axes. He's already gone through 3, and I've only been here in a little bit. We have plenty of wood, but it'd be nice to have this automatically turn all the wood we're getting here into some axes as needed. So you see, gone through quite a number of axes so far. So how do we automate that is one question. The other question is, how do we address this issue here? Jeez, well, our mob farm, as you see, is on its way once again. But the issue I have is now this. It's an easy one to fix, but we just need to understand that it's here. Whoops, I picked up some wood. You notice how the lumberjack is cutting wood, but he's not cutting past this area, and that's because we told the lumberjack work in area right here. Now, I don't want the lumberjack to cut beyond the fence here, and in fact, I would rather have trees not grow beyond the fence here. So the easy fix for that is tell the planter not to plant right up against the fence, but have them plant with a, maybe over to here, and have the lumberjack then be able to cut up to the fence. So we're not going to change much of what the lumberjack is doing. However, you might have noticed that the farm is a bit bigger now, so I am going to want to adjust the area that these guys are working in. We'll do that right now. So let's take the zone planner here, and it's going to be really easy to fix here. Okay, good. So I was wondering if it was going to update with the bigger size of farm. It indeed has. So if you see this this map location tree load, this is where everybody is loading. So if we put it in here, we can load it up. So yeah, load it up in blue, and the area in blue. You know what? Let's pick a nice orange. So the area in orange is indicating where we are unloading. We're unloading and loading items like axes. The picker is dropping off items. This includes all of the docking stations that are important to us. And then so we'll just, oops, we'll pick yellow this time for trees. Trees includes this part of the farm. So what we want is the lumberjack is going to want to actually work in trees that includes all the way out to here. Whoops, I wanted to set that to add mode. Don't know why it's not working. There we go. And in fact, I'm going to go ahead and rewrite over trees. So it should give me back trees. Wait. Oh, it's not set to trees. Trees, trees. Let's have it do trees again. This, by the way, is a different trees than before, so it won't automatically change. We have to actually load this up. It just gives it a little name so you can remember what it is. And then tree load is going to be exactly the same. What's going to be different, however, is this is going to be what? Trees planting. Trees planting is going to be pretty much the same as trees. It's just going to be a little bit less of an area around here. So I'm going to take, that's like 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to take like a little buffer here. It's going to be something like this. I think that'll do it. So this will be the area where we actually plant trees. And I think that's going to be okay. Yeah. So this is where the planter is going to plant trees. And it should allow some room for them to grow outside of the actual room of where the trees grow. This looks like only 3 blocks, so maybe that's not enough buffer. So I'm going to give maybe a few extra buffer. It's okay if I lose some room here. It looks like I'm really losing a lot, and in truth be told, probably not that much. So it looks like 4, 5 blocks. I'm gonna go ahead and fiddle with this, but then I'll be right back once I get it right. Yeah, okay. Be right back. So by the way, guys, I've been building a bit, and I like the way this building is looking. It's a nice, long, skinny building. I have some ideas for how I'm going to have it look, but this is kind of a general idea. The stuff in the middle, however, I'm going to probably hide some of this stuff. We're going to take it down and rebuild it in a way, and then add in our ability to make axes. We are out of axes, actually, so it's a good time to shut down the robot tree farm because it's working great, but we're going to shut it down for now and then restart it up again when we are ready with the new design, which will be pretty much this design just with some improvements. Okay, so let me move some of this stuff around and I'll be right back.
And here we are. So the trees are all growing in the farm. You can see the forest behind me. That's the lumberjack robot's going to have a ball just knocking down. But anyways, I've moved all the stuff then in and around this building, and I thought you might also want to see my new getup. I fought some zombies, and he actually dropped some armor, and also I'm wearing spectacles. It just looks really strange. Mega Man now looks just a bit odd. But anyway, that's beside the point. So how is this different? Well, it's really not at this point. There are now 2 drop-off locations, and we'll get to why that will be in just a little bit. Really, it's because I want to use a new feature in, well, at least new to me in Buildcraft, and you probably haven't seen it either. The planter robot will now pick up saplings from this chest and drop-off location, and this will be where we have the axes to be picked up by the lumberjack. So anyway, the saplings themselves, they're stored in this chest, so they come in, and they get sorted, and then how do they get from here to here? Well, and why? Once again, I will just remind you guys that if I don't have this set up, pretty much the planter robots will only plant the first type of sapling, because they only pick from the first inventory slot. So because these saplings will always be there, and the robot docking station does not work with the emerald pipe. Stop that. I have it set up so that it does a round robin pulling from this emerald pipe, but it does so when this chest is empty. So that means that it kind of slowly fills this chest with just a few saplings, specifically 2 at a time. And then once it's empty, this turns on and it pulls out 2 more. And those 2 will always be different. So that means that the planter gets to plant a variety of trees rather than just one type. So this is where we're going to have to put some axes, and we're going to have an automated way for doing that. So, by the way, this is how the sorting happens. I haven't set up this diamond pipe yet, although I have set up this one. But I'll set up this diamond pipe. Basically, it's just going to be where all the different types of wood go to all these chests that you saw up here. So there's oak, there's jungle wood, there's the birch wood, there's acacia wood, and finally there's the spruce wood. And yes, if you're noticing, there are some forestry cross-pollinations happening, and if that happens, the saplings that drop are a little bit different, and they will go in a different direction. So you'll see that eventually. But anyway, or maybe you'll see that eventually. I don't know if those actually do drop randomly. I think they drop randomly, but at a random rate. But anyway, let's use some of the oak wood to make our axes, since we're probably going to have a lot of that, and it's fine if we don't have a ton here because we have a ton in the main base. So we're going to pull it off this way, but the problem you see is that we're interfering with this pipe over here. So first, what we have to do is use the pipe plug. We haven't ever used one of these guys, but very useful, actually. It will stop those pipes from connecting, which is super useful. So there you go. Now it doesn't connect anymore, which is nice, because we're going to be pulling out here. And now that's cobblestone, this is quartz, so stone transport pipe should be fine, and we shouldn't have any connection. So we'll pull this out somewhere. Basically what we're going to be doing is pulling the wood out and using auto workbenches to change the wood into planks, and then change the planks into sticks, and then change the sticks and planks into wooden axes, which is why we need 3, because we have 3 different types of operations. These guys don't need power, but they will accept things from these types of pipes. So we can either use a pipe plug, but I don't want to do that. I just want to, hang it from the ceiling, I suppose. Not there though, not there. We'll hang it right here. That's fine. And I will have this go in. Man, that mob farm, I swear. Like that, and now we can, yeah, that'll be fine. And then we'll just suspend this whole thing from the ceiling, and basically pull out of there. So what's gonna, oops. So how we set these things up, if you guys don't remember, because this is the second time ever I'm using auto workbenches, and I think the first time ever was way back in maybe episode 2 or even 1 of season number 1. I think it was episode 2 even, where we started work on our initial cactus farm. So we haven't used one of these auto workbenches in like forever. They look different than they used to. Not sure if I like the old or the new look better yet, but basically just, there you go. Now it's set up. Hooray! And when items come in, they basically come in over here. So now what happens is it's not automatically just made right away. There is a time period where it's made, but it doesn't use energy or anything to do that. And now we can actually have this for a gold. I'm going to use a gold gate here. The reason why is because now I can select if there is if there's items in inventory, and those items are, whoops, there we go, and those items are planks. And yes, in case you're wondering, that's not cheating. The reason why it filled up with planks so quickly is because of this builder's backpack, by the way. So it's going to pull it out, and it's going to pull it out into one of these filtered buffers. And the reason why I'm using filtered buffers is because I don't want to have a lot of wood just sitting in my system. So I'm going to have a workbench, some other locations, basically a bunch of inventories, and I don't want to have it set so that they're almost all full by the time I get to here, because that means that there might be a few stacks of wood in my inventory, and I don't want that. I only want a little bit of wood at any given time, because I won't need that much stuff. I'm actually going to, maybe what I'll do is I'll pull it out here, that way I can use, yeah, maybe I'll do that instead. So that would be, what, right here? No, that's not what I want. I want a filtered buffer. I want a filtered buffer right there. Yeah, I think that's it. I think I'll just do this again, and I'll pull it out right here. Just because this way I have the room. Whoops, come on. There you go. And we'll pull it out here. We'll say if items in inventory, energy pulse. And the reason why we can't just do that is because it's not, it's going to recognize that there's this type of item in there, not like the wood in there instead. Oh crap, I didn't mean to do that. That's okay. We'll do it once again. This will be fine. There we go. Put the wood in there. It'll make the item, and then it'll pull it out. So I got to real quickly do this. Stone is fine. Doesn't really matter. Nope, don't want to do that. There we go. And now, okay, it's pulling him out. It's pulling out all those wooden blocks. Okay, those wooden planks. I totally forgot how to use one of these. Okay, so the filter buffer, if you've never used it before, you actually have to specify what goes in here. Otherwise, it won't go in here. So there's nothing that can go in here right now. We have to specify what we want to be able to go in here. There we go. By basically saying, you can put planks in here. Okay, so now planks can go in there. We'll also use these planks to specify that if there's items in inventory and they are wood planks. And if I do this, it doesn't actually pull out anything, because this is not an out inventory, it's an in inventory. I will, however, stick some planks in there. And then basically what we'll do is we'll set this up so that we can actually set up the circuit right now. Yes, we'll set it up right now. So let's use, some pipe there. Let's say that I think I only need a basic gate here. I believe so, because I only need it to be red. Nope, I need it to be gold, at least. You know what? This is a good time probably, and I think it's late. Yeah, I gotta fight some mobs off. Hold on. I'll be right back, guys. I gotta get some stuff. Be right back. Well, I have what I need now, and I also have some more string because there were spiders outside, but now it is the daytime, so there are no spiders outside, or at least there's friendly spiders at this point, and still mobs in the mob farm, as you can hear. But I ran some pipe wire now, and I put this alt-archic gate in, so the iron alt-archic gate is set so that if it receives a red pipe signal and the pipe is empty, go ahead and pulse, which basically means send 2 logs at a time. It only sends 2 at a time because that's what happens when you do a energy pulse while the pipe is empty. It will energy pulse briefly and then shut down while the log goes through, and then basically it's 2 every 5 seconds. And it will do that when we specify that there are, in this case, less than 25% of oak wood planks. So let's do a red pipe signal then. It's not doing that now because we have plenty of wood here, but if we set it to be anything less than 16, as you see, right? So you might have seen that turn off now. Okay, there we go. And just put those in my backpack. And now it's on. It will send 2 blocks of wood at a time. That's actually quite a lot of wood, if you notice. So each time it does that, it's going to basically send a whole bunch of wood here. But all those planks will be pulled into here. It will be plenty of room to fit those planks. So this setup should work okay. It should basically send a whole bunch of planks at a time. Alright, so now how do we continue this? Well, we continue it by, again, we'll be pumping out some planks as needed, and we'll probably be on the same type of 2 at a time schedule over there. Except this time the planks need to go, actually in one case they're going to go to a filtered buffer. And actually in another case they're going to go to another filtered buffer, but it's going to be in a different way. So, and you'll see what I mean by that in just a second. So basically what we have to have is, I do actually need some more items for this. So let me just hold on a minute. I'll be right back. Change of plans, guys. Change of plans. So I messed this up a bit. So I don't actually need... Well, I need the filtered buffer. That's for sure. But I was going to actually plan to have another filtered buffer, and I realized I was transferring planks to planks, and that didn't really make sense. But, well, basically... Okay, we're going to put the filtered buffer in the floor, because what we need is... Yeah, sure, we're going to have maybe a stone transport pipe or something right here. That's no big deal. But what we are going to have right here is a diamond pipe. And what this diamond pipe is going to allow us to do is it's not really going to be sorting, because as you see, only thing that'll be coming through it is wooden planks. So that's kind of senseless, right? When you think of it, it sort of seems senseless at first. We will also be putting the same gold gate here, and it'll be set to the same setting as before. So let's go ahead and do that. We need to actually open up the backpack and grab me some... I'm just going to grab a whole stack, that's fine. Grab me a whole stack of wooden planks. Grab those back. Let's set it up. I noticed, by the way, I needed more than one thing here. But basically, okay, there we go. And then we're going to set this up to be if there's... Yes, contains less than 25% of wooden planks. It does not right now, and we need to run the red pipe wire. Okay, there we go. Goody goody. Okay, so how are we going to set this up? Well, actually, what's going to happen is that some of the wooden planks are going to go into the filtered buffer directly, but a third of them, or at least 1 in 3, so we need to have a third of them, or I should say we need to have, actually 25% of them are going to go this way. Three out of every 4 are going to go, or 75% are going to go to the black. So let's go ahead and set that up. So black is going to have 3 out of 4, and yellow is going to have 1 out of 4. So if we set it up like this, that means out of every 4 wood planks that's going to come by, 1/4 is going to go to the yellow, and 3/4 are going to go to the black. So pretty cool way you can use diamond pipes, not just to sort, but to divert a certain percentage of whatever is coming through. And we are going to do that because we need those things to go into another workbench right here. And we'll put that one in the ground because we will. And this one, of course, is going to be set up to do stick building. And it's going to be used to do the stick building, but not right there because that's a bad location. And I'm kind of stupid for putting it there, but that's okay. We're going to put it right here. Yeah, that's a good place. That's a good place. Okay, so stick building here. So those guys are going to come in here. And then they're going to actually go into this filtered buffer directly. And I think we could just set it up like this. I think this will be fine. No, it won't actually, right? Yeah, okay, we'll have them go underneath then. Well, I guess we'll just dig into the earth. Why not, you know? No big deal. Okay, so here we go. And then perfect place to put cobblestone pipe. And then we will need to have this set up to accept sticks. So we need to make some sticks. We need to get rid of something. All right, for now, no, get me that back. I need something that does, there we go. Okay, we need to accept sticks. And specifically, we want to accept a specific ratio of sticks. That's fine, just put them in there. And a specific ratio of planks to sticks. 3 to 2, and you might be wondering why this special ratio? Well, if you're smart, and you kind of figure it out, 3 to 2 is the ratio you need to make an actual axe. So that's what we're going to use in this filtered buffer. It's going to basically be the holding point for our items. So it's going to be less than 25% of the... It's going to work out. Don't worry, guys. I'm pretty sure this is going to work out. I don't have any standard Arctic gates. No, you know what? The gold is fine. So gold all Arctic gate, because if there are items in inventory that are going to be sticks, I'm going to say do the energy pulse. Because if it makes sticks, energy pulse to get him out of there. Alright, so that's how that's going to work. We do need to set it up with some stuff. So let me just throw in some wood blocks and get that thing ready to go. Okay, so that should basically fill this thing up, or start to fill this up with some more sticks. As that happens, and as we get those sticks, now we're going to use the emerald transport pipe to pull them out and put them into our final auto workbench, which is going to be sitting right... I don't know, we'll sit it right here, I guess. Why not? So we will pull these out, and I think we need to make these go a bit faster. So let me just set this up. I'm going to pipe the items over to there, and then pipe the output into this chest, and then we'll set up some of the smart conditions for how to do that. So just a minute, I'll be right back. Okay, well, we got some wire and some of the piping set up now. So first of all, what's going to be pulled out of this emerald pipe is based on this blue pipe wire, or when things are going to be pulled out, I should say. So if we look at the blue pipe wire, it's of course linked up to the chest. And so now let's look at, where's my iron gate? There we go. So the iron gate's basically going to be thrown right here, and it's going to say if there are... Actually, no, not iron. We'll use gold, actually. because I want to say if there are less than, yeah, we'll do the same thing again. We'll say less than 25% of axes. Turn this whole thing on. I need to make an axe, though, of course, so that's that. I will. So we're going to make axes here. This is going to be our auto workbench for making axes. Of course, this sets it up as a template, but now we actually have to give it items in order for that to work. We will in a second. We'll also template this guy right here. So let me do this. It's going to be round robin in this order, so it's just going to be stick, stick, plank, plank, plank. Stick, stick, plank, 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 stick, stick, plank, 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 over and over again. And when we want to pull out items, it's going to base this off of, and I think I will do it like 2 at a time, basically. Once again, like I usually have been. I like working this way. It generally seems to work pretty good this way, so because it doesn't pull out a whole lot of items all at once and kind of overload this inventory. It's not going to, but that's okay. And then basically this can just be iron alt archic, and when the blue pipe wire is on, just go ahead and do the energy pulsar. Yeah, that's fine. It's not going to pull out more than 1 at a time no matter what, so it's okay. And that's it. So now what I need is, I need some axes, actually. I do actually need axes. So what I will do is toss what I have in here. It'll start to make those things, and then once it makes one, it will, actually, once it makes one, oh, it's not going to be pulled out, so that's okay. So this is okay. Once it makes one, it's going to have this inventory full, and it's not going to be able to work again until I take it. But that's okay. So we're going to put it in there, but we are also going to use it to set up this. Ah, there we go. Okay, cool. So there it is. I hope that didn't close the pipe, but let's see. So here it goes. The axe, the first axe that is being made. It goes in. Hooray. It's in the chest. Let's throw the second one in there. Okay, so now it's actually asking for items, and as you see, it's pulling out some items. It's pulling out stick, stick, wood, wood, wood. It looks like it's pulling out, it should be pulling out about 2 at a time. It's not going to be exact, but it's going to be just some at a time, because it takes a while to make something in one of these auto workbenches. As you see now, it has 2. It's going to make it, and it'll keep doing this until it needs, it has greater than 25% wooden axes in this chest, which is fine. That's going to be very, very nice. It gives it a nice point for overload and everything like that. And as it's pulling out, of course, it's using up the resources here, and we are actually getting a lot of planks in here. What I might do is give myself a few more planks, because this is a bit ridiculous. A bit ridiculous. Yes, it is. I don't know. Well, it's almost... Wow, it's not almost out. Holy crap. There we go. Maybe there was just too many here. I'm just getting so many planks out of this. We might have to add a few more places for planks, I suppose. No, I need to stop that. Okay. Even though we'll just keep this as the ratio right now, because we will. Yeah, sticks is fine. I'm just gonna add some more buffer. Literally, it's a buffer for the filtered buffer. Anyways, that should work just fine. Okay, so we set that up. Now the final thing we're gonna be doing is well, I'm gonna be setting up the farm once again. Let me set up this diamond pipe. Let me grab some things, and then some things. Grab some things, and then get back down here, and we will complete the farm. Ready? Okay, be right back. Well, here we are. We're just about done. There is one more feature, however, to be added, just to let you know. So we have a little on-off switch now inside. We still need to set up the new zones for those robots, but beyond that, right now we have places for the saplings. We have places now to make axes, to make sapling, or to have saplings go so that we plant a variety of trees. We have all the logs going in various places. And what I want to do now is sort out the other things in the farm. So that is the spent axes, and right now they're going kinda here, which is where they were intended to be going. But we're actually going to change that a bit. So right now, how the spent axes get over here is a bit convoluted. It's not that convoluted, but it's a bit convoluted. In which case, they come in through this pipe. This was the intended pipe to go through. So how they get there is that they go, the robots drop them off, They'll come down here. They are not, whoops, they are not a sapling, so they go right on through. Then they go over here. They are not a piece of wood. Coming in from red means you can only go out to the black, and so they then just go out to the black, and they were going into that chest. So yeah, they'll get there, and that's perfectly fine, and it's a reasonable way to get there. And there really isn't any absolute need for me to change this. But we will get things like apples and other things. So what if we just wanted to separate out the axes? And I wanted to try this just because it's a new feature for me in Buildcraft, and it'd be pretty cool to do, just because it's a new feature and be something to try and kind of cool. So what I would like to do is have the axes just from right here. Go ahead from right here, just go straight. Well, no, not even from right here. I'm just going to go right up here. Yeah, right up here. Straight across and into that chest. So, yeah, we'll put out some. We'll just go straight into the chest, just like that. So this is going to be a problem, right? How do we make this not a problem? Well, we add something called a filter. These things are pretty cool. These are kind of like the diazuli pipes. What they do is that only, or lazuli pipes, which also do the same thing, but they're supposedly sort of defunct. You make these through dye and glass in an assembly table, and you use dye, glass, and iron bars to make the filter. And basically what it is that the filter filters out only items that have a specific color to them. And how you color items is that you use this. It's called a lens, and basically use the same way. So what I want to do is have this station only accept lumberjack robots and forbid anything else. And this one accept the, well, I think it's the only things that go here are going to be pickers. So yeah, so this one is only for pickers, this is only for lumberjacks. So if we put a lens right here, that means the lumberjacks will drop off their axes, they will get painted purple, and then they'll get filtered down there. Versus the picker robots, they'll just drop them off right here, and things won't get painted at all. So that'd be kind of cool. So anything dropped off by the picker that is not either a sapling or a piece of wood will go down here and go into that chest right here. So let me just, yeah, it's cobblestone's fine. Let's just do that. Don't know why I got rid of all that pipe. Okay, that's cool. Versus the filtered items from the lumberjack will go over here. So basically we're filtering using the lens because I just want to use it. We could very easily not separate these two things. We're not going to get that many apples, maybe. But we will get actually quite a lot of wooden axes. We could just get rid of them and destroy them, but maybe we want to save them at some point, because maybe at some point we'll be using enchanted axes, and it's good to get them back. That way you can actually repair them if you want. So okay, that's that. Now all I need to do is set up some of the stuff here. So let's use emerald and gates, because yes. So what we need to do is emerald and gates, and that is if I don't know, redstone signal is off, but we'll just set it to on for now. It's gonna say forbid robot planter. Well, planter doesn't drop off anything, but forbid the picker robot. So no picker robots here whatsoever, but it will be accepting, or I'm not saying, let's see, accept items into the pipe. So this means that lumberjack robots can drop things off. Likewise, we'll do the same thing here. Okay, it's going to forbid a robot, it's going to forbid the lumberjack, and it's going to, whoops, not request items, it's just accept items into the pipe. So the robots will be able to drop off items. And now let's go ahead and set that to just normal state, just all the time, basically. There's no time when items won't be accepted into these pipes. Yeah, it's cool. Okay, so let's go ahead and set up the last bit of thing, which is going to be the zones these guys are going to be working in. So we'll be right back. I'll set those up, and then let's get this thing going. So here we are. This is the building. Built it, put a roof over it even, finished a building. This is a very rare thing for me, it seems. Usually I'll keep this thing like with its walls, but just don't do the roof, and really is a lot better if I do the roof. Has a lot of torches right now because I just don't have proper lighting in here. One of these days I'll put in better lighting, but for now, torches are fine. The door, I'm going to actually keep it kind of open because it does have an open door to go into the tree farm area. But right now, the point is to set up the load and unload areas because previously these robots are set to go load and unload essentially in an area that would be encompassed by everything inside this building. Right now what they need is loading and unloading technically kind of in the tree farm. So this new area right here. In the case of all of these robots have a load unload in the same area. The planter only loads, only gathers saplings, it doesn't drop off anything. The lumberjack both picks up new axes, so it loads, as well as unloading its spent ones, and the picker only unloads items. So we have a zone planner placed right here. Let's go ahead and now this is our new building. The little sliver right here is actually where the drop-off point is, so really the area is kind of right in here. So let's go ahead and just, yellow is great. It doesn't really matter. We don't have to be very specific here. That's fine. This is going to include the area. This is going to be the new tree load. Whoa. Didn't notice I had caps on, but sure, why not? This is for real tree load. Seriously. The loading area for the tree farm. That's basically how I know what it is. Once again, the name doesn't really matter whatsoever. This map location has a specific identifier that is not really the name. You can name everything tree load if you wanted to, but it helps you keep track. But it has nothing to do with the actual where it's doing it. So tree load is the old one. Caps tree load and now is the new one. Tree load is the old one, caps tree load is the new one, and tree load the old one, caps tree load is the new one. We already set up everything else. Now let's go ahead and turn on the farm. Oh, by the way, I expanded the power area, so now this should be the area for power for these 3 robots, because just in case all of the robots for both farms want to get power at the same time, now they can. Okay, let's turn it on and see where they go. Well, obviously they're going to go and do tons of stuff because there's tons of stuff to do. So oh, cool, the picker actually has some stuff to drop off. Cool. Yay, we get to see it happen. Yeah, okay, so here comes the items. They are coming. They will be unlabeled items. And away they go. So the saplings were dropped off. The acacia tree goes in the back. It goes up. And it goes over to, there we go, into this chest. Hooray! So, of course it works. I mean, that's a simple thing. The planter also picked up some seeds, and that seems to be working just fine. And we should, at this point, have axes in this chest. We have plenty of planks in this thing and whatnot. We have axes in this chest. Yes, we do. Okay, cool. So, yeah, the whole thing is working just fine. So that's great. Okay, go ahead, robots. Do your thing. Do your worst, robots, or do your best, honestly. Let's go ahead and see the view from... Oh, boy. Yeah, I hate these. Wow, how did I get up here? I have no idea. But this is the view from the top. All right, cool. It allows us to see... to kind of like keep an eye on robots that pop in here, just because it's fun. And yeah, so Lumberjack has a lot of work to do. Oh, wait, is it going to be... Is it actually... Is it dropping off its axe? Cool. Wait. Yes, it is. He's dropping off his axe. We're going to see it. Yes, we're going to see it. We're going to see a colored item. There it is. I see it colored. It's colored as purple. Come on, let's go. I want to make sure I get it. Ah, there it is. Purple item going this way. Yay! Filtering. Filtering at its best. Wow, I can't believe we actually saw that. I did not plan that, guys. But that also proves it. The Lumberjack does drop off their items. And it also proves that the night robots do not do that. But the pickers for that robot farm are, the mob farm, are going on their way. And I better call it an episode, guys, because we did a lot. The episode is long, and I'm going to start... My recording just sort of cut out for a bit, but I'm back. But I will see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching. We had a really wonderful time, and now the tree farm is working even better than before. This is the final version, I'm going to say. Yeah. So there's lots of trees that have grown since. We're going to have a ton of items here. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. Take care. See you in the next one. And this guy is about to kill me. But not... Oh, actually, he really is about to kill me. Oh, my goodness. I only have 3 hearts. Oh, boy. Get me out of here. Ooh, get me out of here. Get me out of here. Ah! See you guys.